Welcome to Walk With Me Wednesday. So here's the park, the kids' playground, the restrooms. Check out this new cornhole. We have the cement cornholes. And the pretty purple flowers. If I remember, I'm going to pick a few little purple blossoms so I can do them in my pressed flower book. But I don't want to pick them now because they'll be squished in my pocket. Just so you know, this grass does turn green. It's Bermuda grass, and it always yellows in the winter. As soon as it warms up, we will see green grass. And here is the Ocatilla cactus. I have one in my yard. It is spiky and dangerous all year long, but it does get bright green leaves on it and flowers on the top, and the hummingbirds love it. Here is the dog park. There's actually 3 parks here. One is the agility course park, and that's the one we're looking at right now. And it has the jumps and the hoops and things, for your doggies. And then we have the common area here, big old doggy statue and the restrooms and the doggy bone benches. I just think this is adorable. And on this side, we have 2 different dog parks. One is suggested use for the smaller dogs, and the other one is for the larger dogs. And the larger dog one is usually more busy. Of course, this is a weekday. There was no one here, and it was probably around 6:35, so it was very early. Isn't this beautiful? It is not always in bloom. It is so pretty. And this is a different one. As you can see, that's what it normally looks like, no blooms. And this one blooms purple. And it normally looks like that. Okay. We are approaching the senior rec center. I guess technically I am a senior, although I could have joined this 5 years ago. It's and older for this one. But I like working out outside. I do not like to be cooped up inside, so it's not really for me, but you never know. Someday I might. Now, if my sisters all lived here, then yes, I could see us doing this. I'll come around to the front in a second. Okay, I've never walked back here. This is a path in a designated smoking area for the pool, but don't know if you can see. There's the pool inside. We've already got people doing laps, and we have red blossoms on this tree. And I absolutely adore these stone benches. I want some in my yard. And we have an umbrella because we need shade here. And here's a pokey succulent. And there's another pool. I don't know how many pools are in there because I've never been to that particular one. And we have the Ocatelia, which will be blooming very soon. As soon as it gets water and then heat, we will be good. It was 80 yesterday, and the day before. And I think we're gonna get some rain this weekend and wind. It'll cool off a little bit, and then I'll give another 2 weeks and spring will be over and it will feel like summer. Oh, here we go. It's one of our, it's bottle brush. And these particular weeds are all over my yard too. They're everywhere. I am going to be pulling weeds this weekend. It's not dead, it's in hibernation, but if you can see, it's coming to life. Look at the little pink. And last week's video I showed you one of them that had the pink paddles on it. Well, the pink happens because the temperatures get below freezing. So it will go back green eventually, but I prefer it pink even though I hate the cold. We've got some barrel cactuses there. Little baby ones. We have emergency hydrant. And those are a type of ficus bush. They need to be trimmed. The red tips really blend in with the brickwork. And here is the front of the aquatic center, the main entrance. And I do want to sign up for some aqua classes this summer. Okay, I am going to have to look up what this tree is and the bush that I've seen. It is not jacaranda, it is not lilac, and I don't think it's wisteria. It doesn't have much of a scent. The flowers are beautiful. I'm not sure what it is though. No scent at all. It's not something I used when I was a florist, so I'm not quite sure. And for those who don't know, I have a degree in floral design. I am not using it right now. After I got my degree, I worked at the casinos for a while doing wedding flowers and room flowers, and it was not for me. The casino industry, it's just not fun. I mean, great for those who can handle the high demand. I don't mind the demand. It's just unhappy people make me unhappy. And I don't want to be unhappy. So, I wouldn't mind working for a special events company, but the only problem is special events is nights, weekends, and I don't want to give up my nights and weekends. So anyway, that's why I do property management, because it's a Monday through Friday 9 to 5 job, or 8:30 to 4:30 in my case. Okay, we'll head through the middle of the park where the traffic noise isn't so much. It is rush hour. It's everyone going to work right now. I am filming this on my birthday. So I took, oh, I missed it. I was too loud. That was a desert hare. Hopefully I'll find more. I'll probably do voiceovers through here in a minute. Anyway, yeah, it's Friday. I'm filming this, but it won't air until Wednesday. Gotta have Walk With Me Wednesday. And I have to have time to edit, and I plan to have a good birthday weekend. So, no hurry. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet, and I will do a voiceover later. And let's go hunt bunny rabbits. not sure if you can catch this on the camera or not, but look how green these trees are. They're just so beautiful. And I found a stick. Isn't it beautiful? I don't normally pick up sticks this early into the walk because I gotta carry it all the way back to the car, but it's all good. And I am wearing fuzzy Crocs. My feet are already sweating. It's probably 55 out here, and the only problem is they get, when I walk on the desert paths, I get gravel in my shoes. There are paved paths as well, and I'm probably gonna switch to one of those now, since I didn't see any hairs. I'll give you guys a different view of a paved path. We have these ones. These were actually sidewalks. And here are the handicap accessible, wheelchair accessible, scooter, bikes, whatever, paths. And because my point is to actually get some exercise in, I will go ahead and actually do my walk instead of just sitting here chatting with you. Although I have already closed my exercise circle, and that was my goal for 2024, to close all 3 of my rings on my Apple Watch every single day. And part of me does not like being tied to the watch every day, but closing my rings, and I am a very goal-oriented kind of girl, I'm gonna keep doing it. And the earlier in the day I get my stand-up count in, that I'm required to stand up at least 1 time for every hour for 13 of the 24 hours in the day. It's really just a reminder for me at work, because I can easily sit at my chair for hours and not get up. Look how pretty. Yeah, like I was saying, I could easily sit at my desk and 4 hours will pass. I haven't gone up to go to the bathroom, get any food. Easy for me to do. So I engaged the Apple rings. I have to burn so many calories, and the watch decides what I need to do. And then right now I have it in 30 minutes of exercise, and the heart rate has to be over a certain amount every day. And I started with 20 in January and then went to 25. I'm at 30 now. Next month I'm gonna require at least 3 days a week to double that. But I'm not gonna change the watch settings yet. I want it to be a personal goal, not a have to. Occasionally, you know, life gets in the way, and I don't want to quit just because I didn't, you know, meet my goal for the day. 30 minutes is better than I was doing all last year. So I've done, it's March 22nd today, And I've closed the rings every single day this year so far. So go me. And I plan to do it for the rest of the year. So 9 more months. And hopefully we will see an improvement. Although my watch has already told me that my resting heart rate has gone down tremendously in the last couple weeks. So it is working. And for that, I am very thankful. Obviously, I haven't seen it in the scale, but I've just been doing the bare minimum during winter so I don't gain. Now that I promised my boss I was not coming in early anymore, and we would figure out a way to get my work done without having to go in early. So I am going to walk every morning before work. I have a walking path inside one of the rec centers. I have a membership. It's $25 a year. It's an indoor walking track that is above the basketball hoops. So there is no reason, rain or shine, heat or cold, that I cannot get a walk in 5 days a week. Although I would much rather do it on a day off like today and go as long as I want with no time crunch. So, okay, enough chatting. I will walk until I see something else to film. Okay, we have the soccer fields. Tomorrow they'll be completely full of kids and adults. Baseball fields are ahead. We've got the desert that we just walked down the gravel path and then back up the paved path. And I did see more bunnies, but couldn't see them in the viewfinder, so they just popped up in the corner of my eye, and by the time I got the film out, you can see Mount Charleston in the mountains over there, still snow-capped. We've got the mountain where all the TV antennas are there. Lake Mead is that way. We have the B on that mountain for basic, and the Q for one of the high school kids who died in the 10/1 October shooting at the country rock festival, country music festival that happened. And I just noticed earlier that they named one of the streets after him as well. And every year the high school kids go and repaint the rocks up there, so you can still see the B and the Q. Here's a roundabout and the paver stones. And here's a pretty good view of the Las Vegas skyline in the distance. Henderson is obviously higher elevation than Las Vegas. Okay, here's another park. And they have passed an ordinance in town where if you cannot plant grass or have grass where it isn't being used. So here is fine because it's a park and kids do play here during weekends and summertime. And they have the walls of the restrooms with the made out of bricks in the wire cages. Here is one of the pavilions with the seating. Picnic benches. A swing set. Let's see if they've turned the water on for the year yet. Yes. Sorry for the discombobulation there. Wish you could smell the damp desert. It smells wonderful out here. And we have more benches for the games. Most of the time I see people just on the inside of the fence with their little pop-up tents and their chairs, umbrellas, get out of the sun. And we have our pine trees. Parking lot, and it's usually completely and utterly full with cars, but like right now, it's a Friday and there's no games. This evening it'll be full, and obviously the next 2 days will be full. Well, I guess I can't finish up this movie today because I've run out of space and it won't let me download. So I'm going to cut it here.
Me and the walkers and the
rest of the movie
runners
is just the
and the bikers
back side of the dog park and the kids park and everything.
quiet.
So it's a good time to stop. Thanks for
And the
watching, and
birds.
don't forget to stop and smell the flowers. It's springtime. Enjoy. See you next week.